Alright, what is up everyone? In this video, I'm going to be showing you Jack's jungle, one of the best low ELO jungle picks in the current game. So for some reason, Jack's jungle is just so broken in low ELO and into like middle MMR brackets. So I'm just going to show you guys a quick video on how to kind of play this jungler and how to win your games on him. So for starters, on single target camps, I'm just going to start W. You can start E as well. But I find stacking up your passive to be faster with W. If I wasn't going to get a leash though, I'd probably start with my E. So here you want to start W and go E and just want to use your E to block whatever shots you can from the jungle and monster attack. And general combo on Jax is a very old base style champion. His mechanics aren't that difficult. I'd rate him in the middle of mechanics. Just remember when you're keeping your jungle pass, when you're jungling, just keep your passive going. It falls off one by one, but you want to make sure you have most of the stacks continuously going. So here in this game, I will full clear. I advise you to full clear most games unless you know for sure there's a good angle to gank. And the reason this pick is so good is because he just scales extremely well. So you shouldn't feel too bad. If the game isn't going perfectly for you, you should be perfectly okay with just having like a slow play style game. But I like to do a pseudo full clear. So my way of full clearing is pretty much I go blue, I go into this camp here, red, instead of doing raptors. So this just lets me, if I want to adjust my play style, like Zach is trying to dive bot, I'll probably just go help right after this. So here I'm gonna go and join the party, see what kind of kills we can get. Zach should be a free kill here. It's hard to reach there. Vayne does have condemn, but if we can reach on her, I think we can kill her here. And that's just like a very generic comboing of the champion. We just flash with the E to get the stun, Q, auto, W. We talk a lot about auto attack resets. You have to remember Jax is an auto attack reset champion. Your W is an auto attack reset, so you always want to use it as such to make sure you get most value out of the champion. Here I have a ward, so I'm just going to drop it to see whatever I want to see from the right side. And yeah, I mean, just go back to farming. You do a nice little early gamer play. I would say the strength of this champion is generally play towards auto attack based champions. Like if the enemy team has a lot of auto based champions, Jax just really excels in that kind of area. So here I could base, but also Krux is up. I could just do really fast Krux armor. So Q, auto, W into E is your general comboing when you're going to be jungling. So when you're jungling, just practice your comboing to get better at it. So here if there's an angle, I could go for a gank. If there's no angle here, it looks like it's pretty safe because of the wave crash. It doesn't really look like anything spicy is happening, so I'm going to base here. Our build is the Divine Sunder. So what I like to do is buy the Sheen with the sword. If I can't afford the sword with the Sheen buy, I try not to buy just the Sheen. What I actually go for is just swords then. If I would rather have two swords than just a Sheen. But I'd rather have a sword and a Sheen than two swords, if that makes sense. That's just how to maximize your itemization. And you're gonna W max into E max second. There, because Pantheon's in lane, it actually tells me a bit about who's actually up here. So if someone hits the plan like that, you can assume it was the jungler. So I just have to respect that a bit. You always want to E the first auto on the camp if you can practice that. Just make sure you get the timing down. What the fuck? He's freezing the goddamn wave. What a genius. But yeah, Zach is wasting a lot of time top side, but like my priority is not to really intervene in that kind of fighting. I would like to fight mid though. I'm gonna save my comboing. My bonk. So pretty much you see how I had Q there, but I didn't choose to Q right away. The reasoning behind that is actually very simple. I was waiting for my W cooldown to come up so I could... I was waiting for my W cooldown to come up so I could jump and then W them right after. You can actually channel your W. You can actually channel your W in your Q animation. So pretty much if I press W and then I press Q, your Q actually absorbs the W damage and applies it. So always W before you cast Q to get the extra damage. If you can get the auto attack reset and wait on your W, that's perfectly okay too. It really depends how you want to play it. So here I pretty much used it while I was using my Q, so it absorbs the actual effects of it. That's one of the mechanics you need to learn about the Jax. But like I said, it's a very simple thing. There isn't really... I would say there isn't really much complexity going on. So you don't have to worry about much. Oh shit, I need a ward. Bot lane, please. You can also jump to wards, but I was a bit slow, man. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. TF gave up on laning. My gank on him was so goddamn good. He just couldn't handle life anymore. 2 deaths in a row, that's bad, right? How do we recover from something like that? Well, the thing is for you guys to remember is to just farm. If you ever make a mistake in game, try to just avoid chain dying. That's like a big thing. I think a lot of times when it happens, it's easy to forget what you should be doing and just reset your mental. Just sort of keep your mind occupied on like what's the next goal. Like what's my next goal? Okay, let me get 6. Let me get my blue and let me do the herald. The herald's easy because I'm 6 now. I have level advantage on the enemy jungle, so that's like a really good condition. So I feel pretty confident starting this herald. And if Zac comes, I feel pretty good about fighting a Zac. So these are all green flags. And I know Zac's going topside, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually catch them here and make sure I can either prevent the Zac from ganking or I can just get a fight here as well. But proc is passive and then we're just going to get the kill after. Like, listen, I want them to fight me in that situation. You guys know. If they go on me, like Jax getting 2 melees into an R into E combo, this is what this champion excels at. So you should 100% be happy about taking a fight there. Because your R will deal a bunch of AoE magic damage. It also applies your passive on your 3rd hits. Gives you armor and MR. Like this ulti literally does it all. Like it's so broken. You can guess the more people in your R, the more you actually get. No wonder this champ's so broken. You get like infinite stats on your arm. The passive attack speed stacks though feels clunky when they start to fall off. You have to remember your auto attacks start to slow down. But once you get this W maxed out and you start getting a couple points with your E, it's just infinitely, you're just a god. Like I'm a god right now. I'm down to fight. So whenever you feel like a god, you should just play aggressive and go for these sort of aggressive positions. Like Herald was an aggressive position. It worked out for us. Dragon, I want to see what's going on in here before I start a dragon. There I was able to get his R out. That's really good for us. Just really being really annoying here. But I'm just being really like a bit of a pest, you could say. I'm kind of spacing them a bit here. we're able to get the Vel'Koz. Honestly, TF could have that shut down. He's playing terrible anyways. That's his. But the comboing of the champion is just insane. Like, I can tell you from playing this, I can see how this shit is so broken. You're gonna scale super hard, super quickly, and very strongly. And you just get you're just good into a lot of things. Like this, Jax is a bit of an overtuned champion. They have no plans to nerf him. We'll see how the next season plays out for Jax, but so far I can tell you this is an effective way to win for sure. Just remember your basics, using your Q with your W if you need to. You can E right before that first auto. You can E activate and then deactivate whenever you want. You get the stun out. So if I E, oh, I want to stun now. Oh, I can stun early. But it's generally better to wait a bit before you stun or surprise them. Like you saw how I surprised them with a flash E there. That's a beautiful combo. You can do that a lot. That's why we have flash. I think the flash E is just very OP. And once you get a bunch of ability haste, your E cooldown goes down a lot. This E is really important. This is why I say he's better into like AD comps, sort of like Rammus. Into like auto-based comps, I think he excels very well. Here I could flank them, or I could start dragon. Vel'Koz did kill me, so we're gonna opt in for the Vel'Koz first. W into the Q combo. Auto, right click, auto, WQ into the combo. It stacks the letho very quickly. Very nicely done. He's a very stat heavy champion. Like I'm just kind of, I'm just stat checking everyone. But you see how I kind of fumbled that early period where I made a few mistakes in a row. Like don't sweat it. If you die a couple times, try to catch yourself before you end up going into like a spiral of tilt. Like you just have to catch yourself before you descend into madness. And what I like to do is I just go back to farming, right? Like when I make a mistake and I die and I feel bad about it, I try not to like overly do something crazy to make up for it. Like I just, I just play my game, right? Like I try to catch up through farming. I don't do anything too crazy. Ooh, that was all her summoners though. I mean, obviously I'm playing incredibly, so I might as well go a little crazy there. But if you're ever falling behind, listen carefully to what I said. Those words will save you. Because even I find myself chain dying a lot. Like if I make a frustrating call, it can hurt me mentally and physically, and I try too hard to do something aggressive. But sometimes you just have to play it smart. Play for jungle camps. I have 3 camps up here. Crab potentially is up. Easily clear half this jungle, and then I have all the free time to do whatever I want. Remember what I say, it's if you full clear and do something stupid, it's never bad, okay? Let your stupidity flourish. Like don't even worry about it. Be as dumb as you want, just clear your jungle before you do that, and you're never really missing out. That's like a big thing I want to ingrain in you. It doesn't even have to be a full clear. Like let's say I clear half my jungle in this situation. Like I would clear half of it, then I could easily do something stupid and it's not that bad. But if I go and I do something stupid before I've farmed any jungle, well, you start to see how that's an issue right now, because I've gotten no camps down. I'm just super behind. My tempo is gone. The bank is asking for the money back, like it's just incredibly sad. Here I'm gonna drop this for Lofi to push while I go farm with the rest of my jungle. This is usually the farm timer. So you can get a lot of W's off once you get your ability haste going. But remember what I talked about. You can use your W in your Q. Oh, they actually gave up. And that's like an important part to combo when you're on the run and when you're chasing someone down. But I hope you guys liked that video. It was a lot shorter than I thought it would be. But yeah, good luck in your games. Good luck in your climb. Jack's jungle is super strong. I'll definitely make more videos of him in the future. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.